Hi guys, thanks again for joining me. For those of you who are just tuning in, I'm Anne and I give weekly oracle readings focusing on spiritual love connections, and that includes divine partners, soulmates, twin flames, twin rays, karmic connections, and all love connections that pertain to spiritual energies. Now, if you're just tuning in, I invite you to watch this video from the beginning to end. Maybe there's a message that might call out to you to help you with whatever you're going through spiritually with someone or someone that you're just searching for. Okay, I give these readings on a weekly basis, so if the dates don't match up to what the description area says, no worries, because this reading video was sent to you, and just take what resonates with you and leave what doesn't. These are messages coming from the divine and basically to use for your highest good. Okay, so now that we're at the beginning of February, we started February. It's going to be a wonderful month. It's a beautiful month, and I know a lot of emotions come through with this time of the year because we have Valentine's Day just around the corner, and a lot of love expressed, but also a lot of emotions expressed. So sometimes it's not exactly the best ideal time to feel love, but this is a time when I feel that you should embrace the love inside your heart. Loving yourself is number one. This is what where it all starts. If you don't love yourself, if you don't take time out for yourself, you're never going to find the love, the true love that you're looking for. And that is included if you're with someone, because if you're not giving the love, you're not going to get the love. So if you're obviously not feeling the love, how can you give it? I mean, I know it sounds obvious, but many of us do that. We forget to love ourselves, and we sabotage other things, ourselves for other things, I should say. And that's where it gets lost. So don't put so much emphasis on why things are the way they are, but focusing on yourself, because we are coming to new beginnings, new changes. It's still a beginning of the month, and we all go through challenges. I know myself, we all have things that we have to get through. It's like human nature. But when we're all together, and that's why now we're all here on social media, however you're watching this video, it's kind of like we're as one. We kind of embrace each other. It's like the energies just get empowered, and I love it. I just wouldn't have it any other way. So I just want to say thank you all for commenting, sharing, liking, and supporting me, because it means a lot to me, and I want to give you so much more. I wouldn't have it any other way, but there's only so much I can do. So please be patient if I don't get back to you right away, and if I'm a little bit of a delay with messages. Like I said, there's a lot going on, a lot of stuff. It's great. It's going to be a great month. So without further delay, let's begin the reading. I've meditated and shuffled the cards, asking for divine wisdom from our angels on what we need to know to empower our lives for this upcoming week and obstacles we need to avoid. The cards that I've used were the very beautiful Kyle Gray Angel Prayers Oracle cards. Okay, now I just want to clarify something really quick. These two cards represent the divine masculine, these two cards that are divine feminine. Basically, divine masculine and divine feminine lives in all of us. Not necessarily that this is for a male or this is for a female. Actually, it can relate to both, okay? So whatever resonates with you. And I use this divine masculine feminine because sometimes we're leaning more towards one or the other, or our divine partner is leaning towards one or the other. Okay, so this is the first card that I pulled from the divine masculine. Oh, this is a very beautiful angel. Love and accept yourself. Thank you, angels, for loving, guiding me to self-acceptance. Okay, so as we can see here, this is a good card for the divine masculine, because we've been seeing a lot of shifts happening with the divine masculine these last few weeks, and divine masculine is now starting to get that they need that love. And as we discussed earlier, I discussed it earlier with you guys, we have to love ourselves. Divine masculine neglects themselves because of the lack of emotional energy that they have towards love, and just that they put that ego-based energy above themselves, that they can't feel the love. And many times when we do this, we end up finding ourselves all alone, because nobody can tolerate when you are shielding yourself, putting a shield and guarding yourself from energizing yourself with love. When you take that step, that leap of faith, and say, you know what, I'm going to just go for it, I'm just going to do it, you will find that love will just flow right through you, and you will feel the love. if you're always feeling like you're searching and you're never getting what you want, it's mainly because you're not loving yourself. And I see this a lot with this type of relationship. Sometimes they tend to not want to jump in. They just don't want to give in. They feel the love. They know that the love is there. And I get asked all the time, why can't I just give the love, but I feel the love? It's because you're not loving yourself. Maybe you're involved with someone and that person doesn't seem like they're giving enough or they're contributing enough in your relationship. You know what? You've done enough. You've been putting out that energy that you want that love, you want to feel love, and you want to give them love, and that's beautiful. But maybe you should just take it down a notch and let them start accepting it and start feeling the love, because everything is starting to shift. There's many changes, as we saw these last few weeks. With all of these changes that are happening, it's going to affect you in a way where you're going to say, hey, now I get it, now I know, and they will feel it as well. Or it could be you that's feeling this way. I mean, like I said, it can go both ways. You can be leaning towards the divine masculine and you don't even realize it. This is a time that it's a really important, because we're coming into the love holidays, that love yourself. Accept who you are emotionally, spiritually, mentally, physically. You have to love yourself, guys. It's so important. Divine masculine is craving the love. And I know I say this all the time, that we don't give ourselves love, but honestly, it's a time that I feel my message too. It's coming to me as well, that maybe I'm not loving myself enough, that I'm neglecting myself. So that's why I'm telling you, as you know, as an example, we may know about love, we may feel the love, and we may understand the love, but maybe we're not giving enough. So maybe it's just time to just chill out a little bit and just do your own thing so that you can accept the love, because automatically it's going to be reciprocated. Okay, so let's go to the second card from the Divine Masculine. Clear your vibes. Archangel Metatron. Thank you, Metatron, for clearing my energy field. And you know what? As you can see, clearing your vibes. Clearing your vibes. There's a purpose why you're clearing your vibes. You hear this expression all the time, you know, raise your vibration, vibes. You know, it's like everywhere. Positive vibes, positive energy, positive tribe, you know, positive vibes. It rhymes. But that's where, you know, you have to think about it. Maybe I'm not clearing something. Maybe I'm not getting it. Divine masculine, in order for them to love themselves, it's time for them to clear something that they're not letting go of. Releasing and surrendering is a big part of loving yourself, as you all know, because when you do start to feel that love, you kind of like release what it is that you're holding on to. You may be holding on to something that you don't even realize you've been holding on to, because clearing your vibes. Now, that person that you're with may be holding a grudge, and not against you, but against themselves, because they're not loving themselves. When this happens, you have to just stop, look, and listen. What can they do for me? If this is your divine partner and you know that they're going through something and you can't help them, well, no, you can't. You can't help them find the love in their heart, obviously, but you can help them in a sense where you're supporting them. And I don't mean by talking to them and saying, hey, I'm your rock, I'm supporting you, whatever you need, I'm here for you. That's great, but sometimes a verbal communication with talking is not going to work. But just being there, just being in the presence, just by your energy, sometimes you can send vibrations. By clearing your own vibes, you can send the vibes that, hey, you don't have to be afraid and you don't have to feel alone. I'm here for you. Meditation works with this area. It's kind of like if you give in to what you're feeling inside, you're giving into that love. Maybe it's both of you that need to clear your vibes and accept and love yourself. Seriously. It can go both ways, seriously, because two wrongs don't make a right. And when you're constantly beating yourself up, like, why can't I talk to this person and they can't hear me? Why are they not giving to me what I need? But they give me the opposite of what I need. And that happens with a lot of people who are not ready for relationships, or they're fighting something, or they're just cold because they're resistant because they have a guard around their heart. Everybody is different, as I said before. Everyone has their own work that they have to do on themselves, and It's really important now to clear your vibes, clear the energy. There's many ways to do this. I'm not saying that you have to, go into like a energy meditation to clear all of this, but whatever works for you. I suggest, first of all, clearing the clutter, clearing whatever clutter that you're holding on to. And that doesn't mean just spring cleaning, but I'm talking about clearing your own mind. You may feel like that person has excess baggage, but there might be some things that you're holding on to and you don't realize it. Or you could have awoken something, brought back old wounds. Bringing back old wounds is like really common for us all the time because we think we've put it away, we've let it go, we've released it, but we're still holding on to that backpack with the rocks. And guess what? That rock-filled backpack gets only heavier and heavier. It's kind of like I use the illustration of, when you start packing on the pounds, you gain a little bit and you think that's okay. Okay, yeah, sure, it's okay, because it's just a little. But then when you go a little bit more, and then you go a little bit more, and then you go a little, before you know it, you've gained so much that you didn't even realize it because you were packing on the pounds. Same thing goes for the energy. When you feel like, okay, I know I'm neglecting myself, and you know what, I'm going to put it away and just get to myself next week. Next week comes, you don't. You put all those appointments that maybe you made for yourself. Maybe you had some self-care things, and you had a massage booked, or you had something for yourself, but work got in the way, family got in the way, kids, whatever. It happens to all of us, and when it does, you end up accumulating so much and you forget to love yourself. That's why, it's really important now to just shine your light, like we talked about before. Letting go of that fear-based energy so that you can bring in the light. Okay, so now we're going to go into the Divine Feminine. Oh, what a beautiful angel. Peaceful Warrior, Archangel Ariel. Thank you, Ariel, for helping me stand my ground with peace. Very beautiful. I love the colors as well. It's gorgeous. Okay. Now, as I said before, Divine Feminine is a peaceful warrior. As it shows up in this card, they want peace. They've been hurt. They've been wounded. They've been emotionally traumatized, that they've been holding on to a lot of the things that Divine Masculine is starting to clear themselves with. So both Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine need to clear their vibes, clear the airways between themselves first, because it will never work if they don't clear these things, work on themselves in order to come to divine union. And this happens with all soul connections. We see this a lot with the twin flame connection. Twin flames go through a lot of, I'm not saying that they're the worst or the best or anything like that. Never go looking for a specific type of soul connection. I've always mentioned this in my readings. But twin flames are the ones that go through a lot of purging and releasing. And it's kind of like a spirit detox, that they can't come together in divine union like the way most soul connections can come into divine union, because there is so much work that they need to do on themselves. Like I said before, Peaceful Warrior is where they need to come to, Divine Feminine needs to come to their self so that they can finally realize that they've been holding on to excess baggage as well. Like I said before, two wrongs don't make a right. So clearing the vibes, clearing the energy so that things can finally manifest and open up. Because if it's constantly going through like this roller coaster that is constantly trying to bring them up and rise them up higher, it's never going to happen because of the fear-based energy. See, Divine Feminine holds on to a lot. Divine Feminine accumulates a lot. And without realizing it, they are sometimes the ones that are more, how could I say, vulnerable to, emotional hurt, emotional negativity, because they allow it. Not that I'm saying that Divine Masculine can't get it, but when they start kind of going deep inside their own wounds and they dig deep, because this happens a lot. We see this with the Divine Feminine, digging deep to something where it doesn't pertain to what is the current situation. Comparing a situation, comparing a relationship. We see this a lot with the Divine Feminines, going through a certain type of, I'm not saying comparing notes, and I don't want you guys to get the wrong idea of what I'm trying to say here, but you get that there's a part of them that just keeps reminiscing. And maybe, why is this happening? Why am I going through this? Why can't I feel love? And why can't I be like this person or that person? Why is this person going through it? It's kind of like, I'm not saying self-pity, but it's kind of like they just put on this emotional energy on themselves that they end up inviting, like this feeling that gets stronger. A seed of emotional insecurity ends up growing into deep emotional insecurity. Okay, you got that? It's like, push it away. Don't let it grow. Lift your vibration. And that's where you clear your vibes. Now, a lot of people have been asking me, what do I do to lift my vibration? That's whatever you can do to make yourself happy. When I say happy, I don't mean like just go out and buy a new car or buy something, you know, expensive, anything like that. And that's fine if you want to. But it's more about little things that you do for yourself, little things that matter, little things that help you, maybe helping others. Sometimes when you help others, when you are giving to someone, when you are, now is a time where it's, you know, clear to clutter, like we talked about, donating it to the unfortunate people that don't have the things that, like that want these things, but we don't realize that we're holding on to it and we don't need it. This is why it's time to just release whatever it is. Look at something, look at yourself, look at what you're holding on to, because maybe you don't really need to hold on to all these things. You're holding on to pride. A lot of people do this because they're just trying to protect themselves so that it doesn't happen again, which I totally get. I understand this. You know, I'm a Scorpio too, guys, and I know what we can hold on to. But when you're always looking at things and saying, why is my life not getting better? Why am I just, you know, in the same spot with life and my job and my career? It's not going anywhere. Bringing all these things up in your mind, in your life, guess what? You end up feeling it. You're just thinking it, you end up feeling it. You end up absorbing it, and then your vibes are like, you're throwing that out to everyone. Before you know it, you were not unhappy before you thought all these things and you know, kind of like pulled in this vibration. You actually made it grow, and you became that person. You became that person to the point where you're now feeling hurt inside, and you didn't try to, it just happened. This is why it's so important every single day working on yourself. It gets easier, okay? Maybe the first steps, you know, it gets a little bit easier. You take 1 step, 2 steps, 3 steps, and that's each day you do this. Before you know it, you know what to do. You know how to bring yourself back up. You can do this. Meditation helps. Meditating doesn't mean you have to just go into a certain type of meditation. There's no wrong or right way to do meditation, as I mentioned before. It's all about you just reflecting, looking inside yourself to find that peace, to find that energy that you're feeling, that you want to come out, you want to shine, that peaceful warrior. That peaceful warrior is inside of you. This is the only way you're going to bring it out, is when you reflect on what you know inside, all your accomplishments. This is why I always say write things down so that you can look back at them. Not to feel bad about yourself, because guys, it goes both ways. When you reflect, you could also reflect on negativity. That's like kind of like you go to a pity party. You kind of like look at, why did my life happen this way? We all can do that. Everyone can do that. Why isn't things better? Why can't I have this? This is negativity, and a lot happens to us during the winter as well. I mean, some of you are in summer, that's great, but mainly because of winter blues happen, lack of sun, lack of just activity. You know what? It's going to be gone soon. It's going to, warmer weather is coming up soon. And you have to just keep saying this to yourself. You know, I'm going to embrace it. Look at the snow, or if you have cold weather, whatever you're looking at, you know, look at it as a time where I got time now to work on myself so that I can be the best I can be for spring. If that's, you know, getting more in shape, working on your diet, losing weight, gaining muscle, whatever that may be, you have some time. You have a little time, because guess what? Those times come by fast, and before you know it, we're here in spring and we're in summer, and we're saying, why didn't I work on myself during the winter? Why didn't I do this? And now I'm too late. And then you get, you know, all worked up. So I don't want to go into that. I always like talking about, you know, physical activities, because it's something that I do, and I like to have you guys do it for yourselves, because it makes me feel really good. It's mind, body, and spirit. This is why I'm always bringing this up. But whatever your situation is, whatever you're going through, find that peaceful warrior. As this Archangel Ariel she's got her hand up. She's letting you know that the peace is inside of you. Peace is within you if you look for it. Clearing your vibes. Archangel Metatron is telling you to clear this energy field, to bring in the peace, to love yourself. Okay, so let's go on to the next card. Divine Feminine, last card. Oh, now isn't this a beautiful card? Look at this card. You guys have to see this. I love blue. I love the sparkles. Manifesting miracles. Archangel Orion. Thank you, Orion, for manifesting your miracles in my world. Now, these are like little prayers or, like affirmations to say. Basically, you're giving gratitude and welcoming those miracles, as this card is basically telling us that manifesting those miracles is going to start reflecting in our lives. We're starting to get it. Manifesting miracles. A miracle is what? A miracle is, the divine giving us this miraculous thing or situation or happening in our life. The manifesting of miracles is inside of our own world as well. The miracles in my world are manifesting. They're coming through. They're opening up. It all starts from within. If you don't start focusing on these beautiful things. Yes, life sometimes is not fair, and I understand it. If you're in a breakup situation, I understand you. I totally get it. It's hard to look at something happening, and I'm not trying to tell you that a miracle is going to happen, but it just might. Okay, so understand these cards are to empower you. I'm not telling you what to do either. Okay, manifesting the miracle. When you start focusing on the positive, giving into prayer, giving into the light, giving into God, you're manifesting what you want. You're giving into what you desire, what you need. You can't keep holding on to negativity and holding on to negative energy because it just gets stagnant. Nothing is toxic. Nothing is really that negative. But we end up accumulating things that become toxic or become stagnant energy that becomes negative. It's not us. Trust me, guys, it's not. It's kind of like, I'm going to give you an example. Clearing clutter, when I talk about that. When you have a room and it's nice and clean, but for some reason, it just keeps accumulating dust or debris or dirt. And if you don't keep up after it, it just gets stagnant. It just becomes, the energy just becomes negative to us. We just feel it. This is why you have to keep on focusing on the light inside of you. When I say light, I mean like clear out that clutter. Keep moving things around. Keep things circulating. Get that, if you're cleaning, clean up everything. It's a good time to do this now at the beginning of the year, and Chinese New Year is coming up. It's like we are clearing the clutter. It's a good time for a positive energy. You don't have to follow, the new year. It's a year of the pig, but it is positive energy that is in the air for a new beginning. It's a new year, and I love all celebrations. I follow them all. Trust me, I feel like they're just so, uplifting. So I'm happy when something happens. I love all holidays throughout the year that are positive. I am like all in. This is why it's time to manifest these miracles for the new year. Like we talked about, December 31st, that's the calendar year. We talked about bringing in new beginnings, new energies. And this is why we're preparing for that celebrational time for us so that we can feel the love. Manifesting the miracles. Miracles are going to happen. This is a card. This could be a sign. You have to write it down. You have to understand that manifesting miracles, something is going to happen. Something is going to occur. If you allow yourself to feel the love, and if you accept yourself wholeheartedly, the complete love you have in your heart, clear the vibes, clear the clutter, clear the negativity, let go of all of that stuff. It's not going to do you any good. It's only going to make things worse in the long run. Peaceful warrior, you can do it. You have it in you. You're a warrior. What is a warrior? Think about that for a second. A warrior, it represents they fought their battles, they did what they did, and they got through it because they're a warrior. I am a warrior. You're a warrior. We're all warriors. Peaceful warrior is right here to manifest the miracles in our lives. Your miracles are going to manifest. Keep saying that. Say that with me. Miracles are manifesting. Manifesting miracles. Keep saying this every day because they're coming. And just keep expecting it because it's going to happen. Give in to the light. Give in to God. Give in to the higher power. Give in to what you feel in your heart. Okay? I'm not pushing religion or anything like that. I believe in God, and I always say believe into what you feel in your heart, and that's God. That's, for me, that's God. Okay, so I hope that this reading video resonated with you. There was so many messages. I felt like so much power coming, and especially with these cards, I just love them. Sometimes they don't exactly, everything comes in at once, resonating with you. So write them down if you didn't write them down. Maybe revisit this video, or if there's someone you know that can benefit from this video, by all means, please forward it on to them. This is, like I said, these are positive energy exchange. I want to help you guys. And if you're looking to get your own personalized reading, I do offer phone, chat, and email readings, and the links are down below in the description area. And also, I do have several blogs that you can check out, articles and information about soulmates, twin flames, and spiritual divine partners. Also, other videos on my channel, wherever you got me. I'm trying to post more on IG, Instagram. Instagram TV, I'm sorry, IGTV, I get mixed up. Also on Pinterest, whatever is out there, I want to get the word out to you guys. I think social media is wonderful for doing these readings and giving these messages to you guys. So if you have any suggestions, like what you like to talk about, I'm going to be doing live videos, so I will definitely announce this. But if you have any ideas, just shoot me a line and put it in the comments area, and we'll talk about it. Okay. So until next time, God be with you all. Namaste.